When Prince Harry asked the world to just call me Harry, he never imagined the day would come when someone actually did and it would sting this much. On a recent episode of his popular show, Graham Norton slyly referred to Prince Harry as the Prince of Montecito, avoiding any royal title. It seemed harmless, even playful. But behind the chuckle was a cold undertone, signalling that Harry's standing in British culture might be slipping away, one joke at a time. What made the moment sting deeper? Harry wasn't even there. The jab landed without his presence, echoing louder than any formal statement. It felt like the UK collectively exhaling, acknowledging a quiet truth. The man once hailed as the people's prince now lingers as a distant figure from across the Atlantic. This moment called back to 2020, when Harry humbly asked the world to drop the formality and just call me Harry. It was seen then as brave, sincere, a symbol of breaking free. But years later, that same request feels less noble. Now, it's being used to define his diminished place in a country he once called home. Sources from the Graham Norton show reveal that the choice to skip royal titles was deliberate. Producers discussed it and ultimately said, if he wants to be Harry, then he's just Harry. It wasn't said with malice, but with a tone of finality. The kind you only hear when patience wears thin. The public reaction was immediate. Memes exploded online. Prince of Montecito began trending. The title was mocked on talk shows, Twitter lit up, and comparisons to fictional royals popped up everywhere. Harry had become something no royal ever wants to be, a punchline. And this time, the palace wasn't involved. To make matters worse, reports claim Harry's team had reached out to the show beforehand, requesting that any mention of him include the Duke of Sussex title. The answer, a firm no. They stood by Harry's own words. He had asked the world to treat him like a regular guy, so they did. The irony is painful. For years, Harry has bounced between two worlds, longing for privacy, then seeking attention, denouncing royal labels, then demanding their respect. But Graham's joke, wrapped in charm, sliced through that double standard. It wasn't cruel, it was cultural clarity in comedic form. Behind the scenes, insiders say Meghan was not amused. Watching from California, she reportedly saw the line as unnecessary and harmful. For someone who works hard to shape every headline, this was a loss of control, a rare moment when no spin, no lawsuit, could silence the message. The palace, true to form, remained silent, but off the record, insiders reportedly smirked. Harry asked to be called Harry, so what's the issue now? That's the paradox. He walked away from the crown but wants to wear it when it fits. And Graham Norton's subtle joke held up a mirror the public couldn't ignore. This wasn't just about a name, it was about what the name stands for. The British public has grown weary of the contradictions. Graham's joke didn't destroy Harry's reputation, it exposed the cracks already forming. A single line became a loud message: you can't have it both ways anymore.